This book helped me stop yelling and start connecting with my kids. Wild Things by Stephen James and David Thomas was a game changer for me on how to parent my 3 boys. When we first become parents, we just go off of what we know, what we grew up with. And in my home, while it wasn't terrible, I felt like it was very authoritarian, and I wanted to change that and be different for my kids. So I had a recommendation of this book from other homeschooling moms, and it is truly a game changer, and it has changed everything. Look, notes and all. First thing, boys are wired completely different, and that is okay. They're physical. We all know they fight and they wrestle and tumble. They're impulsive, super impulsive. I'm impulsive. So now it makes me also understand myself and struggle with emotional expressions or understanding emotion. And I always wondered, why can't he sit still? Why is he so jumpy? I don't understand this kid. It talks all about it in this book and why. And truly, it's not a flaw. It's how God made them. The first thing I really love about this book is it goes through the stages and ages of boys. Right now, I'm in the 5 to 8 stage and the 9 to 12 stage. The 5 to 8 stage is affectionate and loving and still all about mommy. 9 to 12, my oldest is 9, is where they're trying to figure out who they are, being an individual, and that is my 9-year-old right now. And it is a weird but different stage that we're trying to navigate. One of the takeaways is, obviously, it's called The Art of Nurturing Our Boys, is even though they're pushing us away, we need to nurture them, and they want us to nurture them, but they want to be strong. So being there as an emotional standpoint or something that they can emotionally come to and just express is so important for our boys. One thing that has been really big with me this year is, and it's not that we weren't with our faith or we didn't pay attention to our faith, we just were not steady and we weren't consistent with our faith. So we make sure we hit church every single Sunday. We make sure that tonight is Holy Thursday. We're celebrating Holy Thursday. We make sure that we are doing Bible studies. I have never read the Bible. Never. I've tried, and it just doesn't make sense to me. So I got a study guide, and now I also found other study guides and Bible studies that are geared towards boys and how to work with emotions and different stories and examples. I feel like that has really helped us, is getting back into our faith and also explaining to them that like all of these emotions and things happened in God's time as well. And with Jesus, he went through this and they can relate to that as well. Discipline. So discipline is different for everyone, but in this book, it talks about how discipline is training for them and not a punishment. A big thing that I did was timeouts, was removing them from the situation. And while that is good for some kids, it's not good for my kids. And I realize that now. Now, there is a time and place for that when they are fist fighting and they need to separate. That makes sense. But not having clear and set boundaries from the beginning and then removing them and putting them in their room just doesn't make sense. And it didn't make sense for them too. And they were also lashing out. And the behavior was so different when I was just putting them in their room to get away from me. I was overstimulated and they were overstimulated. But instead of a punishment, but talking about it with empathy and where the problem lies, this helped so much with that. It helped us find a solution instead of aggression and yelling and just get away from me energy. I will say, obviously, I come back to this and I look at this many, many times. I have read it twice now. I highly recommend it. And this is just encouragement for you as a mom. I get it. It's overwhelming. We're all trying to figure out as we go. The biggest thing that I have said to my kids is, I'm trying to figure out motherhood as well. I'm trying to figure out how to be a parent. And I'm sorry for overreacting, or I'm sorry for yelling at you. Please forgive me. Being asked for forgiveness was never a thing in my house. I never heard the word I'm sorry from my dad until I was 36 years old. So being able to say that to my kids and show them I make mistakes and that's okay and I can ask for forgiveness is a good thing too. So snatch up this book. I'm not sponsored. I just wanted to share this as another boy mom to another boy mom, and I hope this helps you.